EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Get ready. 54 miles. Come, baby. Woo!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got it. Great.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Mike 51. Here we go. Chance. Slant.
2nd and 2. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Sponge. No. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
It's 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. This one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Will Fuller back deep to return. That's taken on the 25. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Watch the whip. Slam. Henry. Mike 6. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 31. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. 61. Match box. Mike. Check.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mike 6. Switch up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Under 10, 10. Check. Fresno, Fresh on front. Check. Tight dog.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short. Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Newton, and he completes it to Hunt. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, it's Hunt. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They fake the give. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Newton. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They'll try to run with Hunt. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Check safety, check safety. Go, go. Go, 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 go,
to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now first down. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51. I got one. Hey, switch gears. Hatchet. Check 4. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Switch. Kill. That's it.
He'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready? Get ready. Mike 54. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they had so far, the field goal. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Show it up. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Second and 3. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
Check 9, check 9. Kill, kill, kill. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Let's go. Come on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Alert 3. Go. Hey, go. 51. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Off play action, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Check. Great. 36. 8. He's coming. We got double up.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
23 yards on the play.
Set. 54
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
At the 30-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the safety creep. Mike 3.
2nd and 11. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards, first down Niners.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Newton now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards. From the red zone now, Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Back now in Arlington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? Ready?
Second down and goal. Newton buying, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Yeah. Smoke. Mike 3. So don't say nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Newton now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Begin. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Mike 3. Combo. I know he ain't got it. Kill. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 10th carry now for Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Kill, kill, kill.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? Ready, I got you. What's tight? Tight is right. What?
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton's going to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right? And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. It's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the 49ers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen.